Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to Cruznik Sanctuary. I'm your host, Cruznik X. Alongside me is Arya Stormborn.
Hello.
We are working our way through all the content provided in Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers patch 5.4, Futures Rewritten. In the last episode of the Sorrow of Worley arc, we faced the Emerald Weapon, and unfortunately, dealing with the Emerald Weapon took the life of Rex. Luckily for us, two of the orphans are still alive, and one of them is with us. Thankfully, thanks to Rex and Alphonse, Allie has been recovered safe and sound. Unfortunately, Valens has some pretty wicked plans for Alphonse due to his betrayal. But anyway, we've got more to do in this arc, and we're gonna do them right now with the level 80 quest, In Memory. Chris, I was hoping I might have a word with you. Ever since Terncliff was liberated, we've been sending troops to aid in getting the town back on its feet, helping the residents, that sort of thing. We Alamegans know how hard life can be for a society struggling to stand on its own after years of Imperial rule. A lot of what most people would take for granted has to be rebuilt from the ground up. While we're able to assist when it comes to providing basic resources and keeping the place safe, there are countless other problems that need attending to. If you can spare the time, we could use your help. Bless you, Chris. You really are a saint. I'm sure the people of Terncliff will benefit from having someone like you around. Once you're ready, have a word with your usual escort. I wish you all the best. Right, let's go. Come in, Arya?
Sorry, what?
Did you already accept the quest or no?
Where am I supposed to accept?
Do you have the quest in memory?
I don't.
Is there a marker?
It.
Is there a marker over his head?
Over whose head?
The resistance officer.
Oh, yeah. I clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, there is no way I'm taking on the Emerald Weapon again in extreme mode. Nope.
Well, I unlocked it, but I'm not gonna...
Yeah, so did I. Alright, let's head back to Terncliff. So, the boss roped you into helping, did he? I knew you couldn't say no. Well, fuck you with a chainsaw. Alright, where are we going? This way.
Wait for me, I've got little legs.
No, you don't. You're a cat.
Okay, not on here, I don't.
You're the one who piloted that war machina and defeated the Sapphire weapon, aren't you? I thought so. I've heard much about you, but I doubt you know who I am. My name is Avina. Oh, wait.
Avelina.
Yeah. My name is Avelina, and I grew up here. I stayed throughout the occupation and was put to work as a Magitech engineer. Thanks to you and yours, we are now rid of the Imperials, though I fear many of us will struggle to put the past behind us. For 10 long years, we suffered at their hands. A whole generation of young people were forced into the army and sent off to die in some distant land. I suppose I could be considered one of the lucky few. My work here kept me away from the battlefield, and I hope that my contributions might help the others live long enough to make their way home. In the end, most of them never returned. Though my efforts were in vain, I can at least honor their memory. I want to leave something behind for their sake, to prove that they haven't been forgotten. A monument bearing their names. To ensure that not a single person is omitted, I need to see the official list of conscripts. If one still exists, it would be inside the Imperial facility beneath the town. But with the resistance troops and ironworks engineers closing the place off, I can't get near it. Perhaps you might have a word with them for me. I'll leave as soon as I find the list. Thank you. I'll follow your lead. Well, that's nice of her. All right. Something I can help you with? I see. It's a bit unusual for one of the locals to show an interest in Imperial's leavings, but it seems she has her reasons. Since we're still carrying out all investigations, we've closed the place off to prevent anyone interfering. Considering it's you who's asking, though, I can always say no. Still, I better go with her, in case the others kick up a fuss. You're very kind. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen. Any luck? I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused. You have my thanks. Think nothing of it. I was glad to help. As I'd suspected, the Imperials kept detailed records of the local conscripts. One name in particular stood out to me. My friend, Melisandria. I had no idea she'd been assigned to the 7th Legion of all places. How did you know her? It all began while we were serving together in the 14th Legion. We had much in common, both being drafted from the same occupied territory, and we soon became firm friends. Then one day, she was sent to fight in Eorzea, while I remained here. The day before she left, she came to say goodbye, together with her foster siblings from the orphanage. The youngest one, Rickon, was particularly upset about not being allowed to speak with her adoptive father, Gaius von Belsar, before they departed. It was actually another of his orphans, Livia Sans Junius, who forbid them from seeing him. I can't say for certain, but it seemed that Livia had a strong attachment to Gaius, and wouldn't let anyone else near him. As far as I could tell, he tried his best to keep Livia at arm's length whenever possible, but her devotion to him was bordering on obsession, and she became extremely jealous at the slightest sign of affection between him and his other wards. Others, however, treated him far more kindly. In fact, a Praefectus Castorum of the 14th Legion came specifically to meet him. Is that Riditon Sassarvina? While I was surprised that a Rogadine had risen to such a rank, I was even more taken aback by the unguarded manner in which he spoke with his subordinates. I had hoped that people like him serving on the Eorzean front, they would be in safe hands. Then the time came for Melisandria to leave. We shared a few final words, and then she was gone. It would be the last I ever saw of her. Yeah, that's gotta be Ridotine. I mean, he's a Rogadine build.
I don't know.
After that, I was assigned to the Tribunus Haticlavus of the 14th, Nero Tolskeva, and worked on restoring the Ultima weapon. I was even at the Praetorium on the day it was destroyed, but I escaped aboard an Imperial ship moments before it came crashing down. I eventually made my way back to Werlit, only to be drafted into the 7th Legion to continue working on the weapon project. Even now, it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'd helped those abominations into the world. Using a living pilot to feed the weapon's core was part of the design from the very beginning. Of course, they'd never dream of subjecting a true-born Guardian to such barbaric treatment. Not when the 7th Legion has a ready supply of provincial conscripts ripe for the taking. The pilots were referred to only by their code names, and we engineers were not made privy to their true identities. Even with this list of conscripts, I still don't know who was sacrificed in the name of the weapon project.
Let's bring an end to the weapon project. Together.
But what can I do? For years, all I've known is how to build tools of destruction. The 7th Legion is far from finished. They're biding their time, waiting until the right moment to unleash the final weapon. And when they do, it will bring naught but death and woe to all who stand in their way. Even after everything they've taken from us, they still want more. If it weren't for the Empire, Melisandre would still be here. She was the kindest person I ever met, but to the Empire, she was just another pawn in their games. I will never forget her. There's a way I can make a difference. I know there is. But first, I need to speak with the members of the Ironworks. I have a feeling that war machina you used to beat the Sapphire weapon will be called into action again. Until then, there's still time to make improvements, and I intend to help. I'll still be going ahead with the plan to build a monument, but stopping the Empire must come first. I hope Melisandre and the others can wait a little longer. Before I go, allow me to express my gratitude. I don't know what I'd have done if it weren't for you. Until we meet again. Does anybody want to tell her that Melisandre is dead? I sure as shit don't.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. Could you please repeat what you said?
Shut up, Siri. Alright, back out the front door with the resistance escort. I wonder when we're ever gonna actually be able to visit Garlemald. Probably in the next expansion, but you never know. You coming, lass?
Eventually.
Here we are. Alright, let's speak with the resistance officer. So, how was your time in Terncliff? I see. Fate has dealt her a cruel hand, but now she has a chance to make a fresh start. The same could be said of the whole of Terncliff. It seems the liberation of that one small town will become a pivotal moment in Wurlit's history. Perhaps it won't be too long before the rest of the Legion is free from the Empire. Naturally, we'd be honored to fight alongside the people of Wurlit. We won't rest until the Imperials are sent fleeing with their tails between their legs. Until that day arrives, we'll carry on doing our bit to support you and the others in ending the weapon project. I'll be sure to pass on any pertinent information. In the meantime, take care. Alright, so a few questions come to mind during this whole Sorrow of Wurlit arc. First and foremost, how are we gonna kill Valens if we have to face Alphonse in this new weapon that's supposed to be equipped with Xenos' combat data? And the question is, when the time comes, will we be able to? Will Arya Stormborn be geared up enough to not have to blow through money?
I don't know.
Well,
You know better than I do.
well, I don't know. I mean, we've got some time between now and the next patch, so we'll see what happens. But until then, that's going to be it for this episode of Cruznik's Sanctuary. Thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us.
Yep.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live from PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button. Be sure to turn on notifications so you're well informed. And if you're feeling generous, throw some bits my way, or subscribe to me for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more by me, click here to watch the next episode, and click here to watch the previous one.